Welcome to Interviews with Daddy and
Aiden!
Here's the rundown. On this show, Aiden, who is 4, and me, a father of 2 and a former CIA operations officer,
We'll interview the coolest people
and the most interesting professionals, and we will together see the world through the lens of a child's endless mind. Whether you're a kid or a parent, let's motivate young people and show them anything is possible. Welcome to Interviews with Daddy and
Aiden!
I thought you were going to say a different name since you're in disguise over here. Should we say a different name?
Daddy and
What's your first disguise name that you think pops into your head?
Titi-ta.
Titi-ta. Welcome to Interviews with Daddy and Titi-ta.
Hello, Titi-ta. Nice to meet you.
No.
Papa and Titi-ta. Papa
Okay.
and Titi.
Papa.
Welcome to Reading with Papa and Titi-ta.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. The first thing that I want to say is for anyone who's watching, if you can please subscribe and also follow along so that you can see the other episodes that we're doing. We have a lot of cool ones coming up. So today we have the amazing opportunity. I'm really, really excited to be here with my former boss, Darrell Blocker. And I'm going to go ahead and read Darrell's bio. Darrell, before working undercover for the CIA for 28 years, Darrell Blocker was a Cub Scout, a Boy Scout, and in a military training program in high school and college before becoming an intelligence analyst like his father and brother in the U.S. Air Force. Darrell has lived in 10 different foreign countries throughout Asia, Okinawa, South Korea, and Pakistan, in Africa, Niger, Senegal, Morocco, Nigeria, and Uganda, probably some that you've not heard of before.
I heard of Uganda.
You did?
Yeah.
Good job. And in Europe, he was in Italy and Switzerland. He loves singing and played in 2 bands. Darrell is on TV weekly for ABC News and works with his girlfriend creating spy stories for Hollywood projects. He also works with Peace for Kids, helping children in foster care who need assistance at the worst time in their lives.
What is that?
We can talk about that. You can ask Darrell about it. Darrell is now most interested in spreading kindness through speeches around the world and loves Sesame Street, Dr. Seuss, Shel Silverstein, and Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Yes, even Baby Yoda.
So, Darrell, it is such an honor to have you here with us. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with Titi-ta and me on...
And Bubba.
And Bubba. Am I Bubba?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Titi-ta and Bubba.
Okay, Bubba and Titi-ta, very nice to meet you. I see you're in disguise, and I appreciate that, and I understand it. So I think that's really a smart idea. Really smart.
Like a
Okay,
neck.
this is my disguise?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
No, but no, like that. See?
Okay.
So he looks different.
Good. Yeah, I look different now, right?
Yeah, we look different.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
I have another voice.
Oh, really? That's, we haven't even talked about this stuff, but you put things together. Why do you think you need a different voice if you're going to be in disguise?
Because maybe they would think, actually, it's you. The person that I didn't think it was, it's actually you. Oopsie, they knew. So they need to buy the voice. So they need to be like, my voice is like, hello, 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 hello.
Oh, really? All that?
Like that.
But you're gonna have to use more words than just no.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I'm excited about this. First of all, I think this is a fantastic idea. You and Aiden being able to connect and talk to different people and ask all kind of questions. So I'm really, really excited to meet you and talk to you and be a part of this.
We're excited to have you here.
And so why do you have to have a disguise to talk to me, Mr. Aiden? Is there a reason?
Because spies have disguises to camouflage so people don't know they are the people that they are.
You know what? You are absolutely right. Most spies don't want you to know what their face looks like. But I'm kind of an old spy, so I don't have to really worry about that anymore. People can see what I look like now, and people can know, but that's really, really smart of you, not wanting to reveal who you are, because maybe one day you want to grow up and be a spy. Who knows?
Do you think you want to grow up and be a spy?
I might.
You might.
I might.
We'll see.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
And I think in this, hopefully, we've inspired some children, maybe even you, to think about a career with the CIA, because it's a really
Absolutely.
Actually, I want to be a spy instead of a toy inventor. Can I have two? Can I?
You can be an inventor at
Can I have
CIA.
2 careers?
you can be a toy inventor and a spy
Yeah.
Absolutely.
for sure.
You know what we call them our science and technology people. They work. There's a whole bunch of scientists, and they build all type of things. Some of them can even be toys. So yes, you can be a toy inventor and a spy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Spy gear they build some stuff.
That's
for
right. That's
Absolutely.
right.
For sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
But for kids, I would make some like a jacket toy. Like remember my firefighter jacket?
Uh-huh.
I can make one like that says spy. It spells spy on the jacket, and it will have like it will come with a helmet
Oh, really?
with that like goggles that go down and up and down, up and down.
And what
up
will the
and down.
jacket do? Anything cool?
No.
No.
But on the back it has a hook.
What's the hook do?
It can like there's a rope attached to it, and you can walk and post something on your back.
Okay.
I
I like it. Wait, can we? This would be really cool way to end the show. Can you tell us another cool spy invention that you would make? Think. You can have a second to think, or a few seconds to think. Any cool spy gear?
Like this is gonna be a cool disguise
Okay.
to look like exactly like the other person. That is a really good boy,
Okay.
like a really good spy. Try to make up like that.
So to build a costume or a disguise that looks exactly like another person.
That is a really good spy.
Uh huh.
And the person that is doing it is not a good spy. So he wants to look like a good spy.
Okay. That's smart. That's very smart.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
That's a
one.
very good one.
Yeah. All right, Mr.
So you'll have to hold on to that one, and maybe you can create that one when you grow up and enjoy the best spy agency in the entire universe.
Yep. What do you think the best spy agency in the whole universe is?
What?
Where did Darrell work? Yep.
Spy.
Yeah, well, what's it called? The place that he worked. You know it.
What?
Where did Daddy used to work?
I don't know.
look, Darrell, what letter is that?
CIA.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. That's the one.
What is the best thing in the world?
That's the best spy agency.
That's the best
Why?
agency in history.
What agency?
It's called the Central Intelligence Agency. So that's why when we're saying agency, that's why we're saying that. But it's the best spy team.
What if I make a better team?
Oh.
You know what? If you can make a better one, then have at it. Absolutely. Making something better is always something you should push for.
For
So
sure.
yeah.
That's a Darrell challenge for you to make even a better version of the CIA as you grow up and make it so good and strong.
Look, I'm really strong. Was my dad a good spy? Did you like working with my dad?
You know what? I really did enjoy working with your dad because I knew him before he started working for me, and working with him was the easiest job I ever had because I had good people around me like your dad. So yes, I really liked him. And was he good at what he did? Yeah. And have I seen him in action? Yes. I'm talking about in action, and not everyone can always say that, but your daddy and I worked with this one guy, and he was fabulous at what he did, and I always knew it, but actually watching him do it was kind of special for me. So yes, he was good at what he did, and yes, I liked working with your father.
What do you think about that?
Oh, he clapped! Yay! Yay, Daddy!
So Darrell was talking about North Korea And do you remember recently, where did I go?
North Korea.
I didn't go to North Korea. I went to South Korea. And when we told Aiden about South Korea and North Korea, and Aiden wrote I don't know about Aiden, what Aiden did, but T.T. Ta, he
Right.
wrote to President Joe Biden about my trip. And
Really?
President Joe Biden responded. And can I read you? Can I read you
Are you
T.T.
kidding
Ta's
me?
note?
You can read my secret.
Okay. Can I read it to you, Darrell?
You can reveal that one secret.
I can reveal that secret. Thank you.
Okay, so Tita, you wrote the President of the United States and he answered?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to hear this question. Go ahead.
Hello, President. So this was on July 22nd, 2022. Hello, President Joe Biden. Can you please go to the bad guy and please throw all the candy in North Korea? Please open up all the wrappers because the bad guy doesn't want to eat the wrapper. And please say I love you to the bad guy. That will help him not be a bad guy. Just lock him in candy jail. I love you, President. Can you tell me what's making him so bad? My name is T.T. Ta, and I go to school. I like to play building construction site kinetics, and I learned about North Korea because my daddy went to South Korea for work. I missed him while he was gone, and he got me so many souvenirs. Please write back. See you soon when I become a president.
That is fantastic. Okay. And the president's response?
You want to hear the whole thing? Dear T.T. Ta, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. Vice President Harris and I love hearing from students. Even at your young age, you have the power to change the future and make history. Our country faces many challenges, and the work we have ahead of us is going to be really tough. I'm certain that if we set aside our differences and come together as a nation, we'll make positive change. It won't be easy, and I'm going to need your help. I urge you to remain curious, creative, and fearless. Students like you are the future of our great nation, and it's important that you speak up on the issues that matter most. When you make your voice heard, adults listen, like in this podcast that we're doing, adults are listening. I wish you the best in the years ahead and look forward to seeing where your future takes you. Study hard, keep challenging yourself, and be kind. Sincerely, Joe Biden.
Dude, T-T-T-Ta, that might be the coolest letter response I've ever heard. And the president was right. But your candy idea for jail? How is that not genius? And you're right. Maybe the president of North Korea just needs some candy, and maybe he won't be so mean all the time. That is seriously smart.
Each day he's better than he was a bad guy. He was on a candy, and then
right. So a spy would try to figure out what is the president of North Korea's favorite candy, and then they would try and go out and get all that candy to give to him so that he can now be a nice person. So that would be something that a spy would do. That's really smart.
Darrell, I have a question for you. So
all right.
This is working for the CIA was one of the greatest things that I ever did. And I am wondering from you, what advice would you have for someone who's interested at a young age in pursuing that career or going down that path? What advice would you have for them?
Just be curious.
I'm
You're really curious.
I'm telling you, that is the absolute key, is just remain curious and ask good questions. Most people want to hear what the answer is. I'm looking for people who are asking really smart questions, like the questions that you asked tonight, and just keep asking questions and keep being curious. Have an interest in history, know geography. You have to know where countries are. I'd say before, 15 months ago, most people didn't know where Ukraine was on the map. And probably today, most of the world could at least get you in the area of where the Ukraine is with just all the reporting on it. You just have to be interested in other cultures and other people's histories. And I'm always fascinated by, I was in South Korea for a whole year, and I love the food. I love the people. I love the language. I loved everything about it, except for it was really, really cold. there in the winter, and I didn't grow up in cold places. So Korea was a very, very shock for me about how blistering cold it was.
Yeah.
But
Little snowflakes.
there was snow, but mostly it's like this wind that just comes out of nowhere, and it's rough. It's rough.
I bet it does.
That's exactly what it does.
Oh, thank you for that. Yeah. And Ada, one other thing, since I also worked for the CIA, the knowing of other cultures and countries and history, that's important, and being curious is important. I think also one thing that's great that you can do from an early age is travel. Go to these places, and when you get there, don't think about the stuff that you do in America. Think about living life like the way that they live it there. So, like,
Yes.
I lived in Egypt before, and you know what I did? There was a McDonald's in Egypt, which is an American fast food chain, right? You can go there, you just drive up in your car. Do you think I was eating at McDonald's every day? No, I was eating like an Egyptian. I was eating fool, that's what they call some food, and tameya, and all these different foods that Egyptian people eat. I was living like an Egyptian. So one thing that you can do from a young age is when we go travel places, you can really like absorb the culture and see what people are doing around you and try to do some of that stuff yourself too.
What could I walk? I'm gonna give you them. What if people walking like this?
Uh-huh.
Then I would walk like this.
Oh, good.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a part of it for sure.
And try their foods. They might look different. They might even smell different. But sometimes tasting like pasta in Italy is different than eating pasta here in Southern California. Or eating some of the stuff you look at and say, ooh, I don't think I can eat that.
Yep.
Just close your eyes and taste it, and you'll be like, what? That's better than it looks. Some things don't always look good, but they might taste good.
What do we say in this family about trying food?
Try it, might like it.
Try it, might like it. Is that what it is?
Yeah, try it, might like it. We're a try it, might like it family.
Try it, might like it family. I like that.
No.
No, that's my baby will be 31, and her older brother would be 33. And when they were your age, that was the rule in our house. Try it, you might like it. They had to try everything, at least one bite, once. And then if you didn't like it, it was okay.
Very good.
But
That's the same thing as us.
Yeah.
Unless,
that's the same.
and sometimes I even want to take 2 bites, even if I don't like it.
One way that I heard about people explaining what empathy is if you try in your mind to put yourself in their position. Like if someone, let's say that you went to the park and there was a kid who was really upset there. And the reason why he was really upset is because he just dropped his ice cream right before he went to the park. Okay? But he's not at an ice cream store, so he can't get any more, but he dropped it, and he's really, really sad about that because he dropped it on the floor. And then if he was really not being nice to you right after that happened, you could think about, I wonder how he's feeling right now. Probably not so good because he just dropped his ice cream. I'm going to give him, like Darrell said, I'm going to give him a little bit of a break because he just went through a pretty hard thing, right?
But what if you gave him another ice cream?
We probably would make his day.
Yes, right. That is being kind, and that is being empathetic. So that would be definitely an answer. Sometimes it's a hug. Sometimes it's just sitting there and sitting with them quietly as they're sad. Sometimes it's just leaving them alone. You just have to figure out what that person needs from you or doesn't need from you.
Can you tell me what people are you protecting?
So when you join the CIA, you take what you call an oath, meaning you're taking a promise. And my promise was to protect all innocent people, and mostly to protect the people in the United States, like your mommy and daddy and my mommy and daddy and everybody's mommy and daddy that's here in the US. So that's who I'm protecting.
The most.
The most.
That's who I'm protecting the most. That's right.
But some other people in other countries.
Some other people. And also a lot of people live in this country who are not Americans, but they live here from other places, right?
Yep. And my job is to protect all of them. regardless of whether they're American or Africans or Asians
Oh, you don't have the
or,
sky.
Okay.
or Martians.
Martians.
Marshmallow.
What? I say Martians?
What are the disguises?
So disguises can start as small as what you put on when you put on a baseball cap and you put on your sunglasses. That is a disguise. Putting on a mask is a disguise, but mostly it depends on where you are in the world. I know that if you are in, if you let's say you're in China, but you're not Chinese, but you want to have your skin the same color as people in China, then you might put a glove on or dress the way they dress so that you just kind of blend in. When I lived in Pakistan, I wore something called a shalwar kameez, which is like jeans for people in Pakistan. But it made me fit in because I wasn't Pakistani, but I was dressed like everybody else. And I would wear something just enough that when someone saw me, they couldn't see, oh, that's just that boy from Georgia. They couldn't really tell that I was just a boy from Georgia when I was dressed like everybody else. So those are disguises too. Trying to fit in wherever you are. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite baseball team or sports team?
Pirates.
The Pirates.
So
I'm on the Pirates.
okay, like the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay, so would you go to a Pittsburgh Pirates game wearing a Phillies outfit?
That's another baseball.
No, that's another baseball team. And the answer is no way, man. You have to fit in with all the other Pirates. So you wouldn't want to go there dressed like a someone from Philly or someone from the Boston Red Sox or the Yankees or the Dodgers. You would want to fit in like all the other Pirates.
Nathan, I have a question for you. I think the reason that you were asking that question about China was because when the whole thing with the Chinese spy balloon was happening, that's something that you and I had talked about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What do you think about that?
Why did they pop the balloon?
Why did they pop the balloon? Right.
Well, they popped the balloon so that they could bring it down and see what it was doing. They weren't really sure what it was doing. It was up there probably taking pictures and gathering air samples and some other things, but they didn't want to shoot it down over land because then if something falls out of the sky and hits you, it can hurt you, right? So they wanted to make sure that it was over water and so that there would be nobody on the ground underneath them to hit. Now, some people say they should have shot it down immediately. Some people say they should have shot it down, sooner. But the president and the administration listened to the people who knew what they were talking about and decided to just wait. So, but they shot it down because they was flying over someone else's country without their permission. That's really the short answer.
Does that make sense? Because they didn't say to the American president, "Hey, is it okay if we fly our balloon that's going to take pictures of your country over your country without you saying okay to it?" Our country wouldn't say yes to that. We'd say, "No, you can't do that. You can't fly your balloon here," right?
I like our military.
You like our military?
So do I. I was in the military, like my daddy and my brother and a lot of people that your dad and I worked with were in the military.
What was your favorite country to spy in?
I don't know if I can answer that one from the spy perspective, but my favorite country to live in was probably Senegal because Senegal is in Africa and it is on the ocean and the people are fantastic. The food is amazing. It's colorful and I don't know. I really, really like Senegal. So I guess the short answer is Senegal because I did more than spying. I did diplomacy. I did conflict resolution, meaning I help people resolve problems. So it's not all just spying. And sometimes a spy doesn't tell all of his stuff. Okay, that's like you don't want to just.
Don't tell Daryl I was a spy. Okay, I won't tell Daryl.
Okay. All right.
You know, I actually prepared Aiden for the fact that some of the answers that you may give tonight may be like, "Hey, I actually can't talk about that." So I did explain to him that may happen sometimes. That there may be some red lights that we get to.
Exactly.
Can you tell me what are the secret animation that you got?
I will tell you that in one place that I lived in, there were negotiations going on between America and North Korea. And then there was a separate set of negotiations, meaning they were talking to each other secretly, going on secretly at the time. So it was a long time ago. Talks between the United States and Iran. And then the last one was the United States and Russia.
Uh-huh.
So my areas of expertise that I collected secrets on was North Korea, Iran, and terrorists. Those are the three groups of people that I collected, that I recruited spies and helped people try and figure out how not to go to war with North Korea, Iran, and how to not get attacked.
Was there anything that you wanted to talk about tonight that you haven't talked about yet?
Well, TT Tata asked me about the children and what Peace for Kids is. So Peace for Kids is a group of people that help children that don't have parents, or children whose parents are too sick to take care of them, and they don't have anybody around to be an adult, to be a role model, to be there for them. So for the last 7 years, every weekend, my girlfriend and I go hang out with kids as young as 4 years old, what we call from 4 to forever, meaning we will never ever, you will always be a part of our Peace for Kids family.
Very cool.
So that's what Peace for Kids. So I work with children. And then the other thing is, as a part of that, my girlfriend has a podcast, just like you and Daddy have a podcast, but her podcast talks to lawyers and doctors and teachers and other people who are involved in the foster care and taking care of children. So we help children on Saturdays by being there for them. And then she also helps by spreading the word and reaching as many people as she can through bonus babies. So
free bonus babies.
So you said what word? So spreading the word means like telling people about it, telling people about the good cause that they're doing. Peace for Kids.
Right. You are spreading the words of interviews with Daddy and TT Ta.
No.
Podcast.
No. Baba and TT.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Interviews with Baba and TT Ta podcast is your way of spreading messages about how you think about a firefighter or an FBI person or a CIA person or a football player or whoever you're talking to, right?
Daryl knows about all the people that we're talking to. Exactly.
Oh, look, a football.
Yeah, and a football player just popped onto the bottom of my computer screen.
No, it went away.
Yeah, no, it went away.
I'm a spy. Of course I know this stuff.
So, Daryl, it's really...
No, it was a treat to talk to you, Daryl.
What was the last thing you said?
It was a treat to talk to you, Daryl.
Oh, wow. It was a treat to talk to you also, Mr. TT Ta.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's...
I'm gonna build a spy Lego set.
Yeah, let's build a spy Lego set. We can send Daryl a picture of it. But we've talked to a lot of amazing people on the show so far, and the path continues in talking to you. But in this one, it's really cool.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
No problem, buddy. But this one, it's really cool because I got to experience a lot of the stuff that you're talking about today. And
right.
It's been nice there. Since I left, I haven't been able to so much give back to show people the path to get there if they wanted to. Let's get up here so we can give Darrell the credit that he deserves. So,
credit card, here you go.
Oh, credit card. You're gonna give him a credit card. That's nice. All right, so Darrell.
No, it's a card of credit.
Oh, just a lot of credit, like so much credit. Thank you. Credit card like that.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
No, the credit card says thank you for a million gajillion times.
Okay, well, thank you a million gajillion times with a credit card that has a million gajillion credits on it. And so,
Nice.
Darrell Blocker is the person that we're talking to again today. He's an amazing guy. He's doing so many things for different organizations that we talked about in this episode. One of them is Peace for Kids, and the way that you can find that is going to their website, which is peace4kids.org. And the other one is bonusbabies.org, all one word, bonusbabies.org. And you can follow along with Darrell Blocker online in different places, different social media stuff.
10,
but also
10.
What you can do, yeah, it does say 10 there, but what you can do is go to Google, kids who are listening and parents who are listening, and just type in the phrase spy whisperer and see what you'll find. Maybe you'll find something interesting for you. So Darrell Blocker, thank you so much. It really has been a pleasure. And we really
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
TTT talk.
Brother, yeah. Darrell calls me brother, which is really cool.
Of course.
I feel honored to hear that from Darrell.
Your dad, because your dad is one of my brothers.
I'm a big enough.
No, thank you. But wait, that was such a cool thing. Darrell's telling me that I'm one of his brothers, and
He is one of my brothers for sure.
I do.
And TTT talk. I look forward to meeting you in person, and you take care of your family until I do. Okay.
Thank you,
Darrell.
You are so welcome.
Thanks for listening, and remember, let's inspire our children each and every day. To help spread the word, please subscribe, review, and share this podcast with other parents
and other kids.
Very good.